You know, why do they call this a remote when the studio is so close to the university? It seems kind of silly.
Well, I don't think it's any sillier than Bo renting every available hotel room in the waterside just to keep an eye on us. Although I must admit, I thought it was very sweet of him and John to want to protect us at all costs from the stalker.
Yeah. And at least it gave me somewhere else to stay last night. I mean, after seeing Wade and Christine together in her hotel room, I couldn't go home. I couldn't face Wade after that.
Well, from what you told me, you didn't exactly give him the chance to explain.
What's the point? He always comes up with another story of why he had to spend time with that snake in the grass.
Look, I know it's not the same thing, but there was a lot of tension between me and my father before he got trapped in Eterna. And now I've just put all of that behind me. I'm just happy to have him out safe and sound. I think you should do the same with Wade. Stop thinking of the worst.
I don't know what to think anymore.
Maybe you'd feel a little bit better once you got some food in your stomach. Let's go have breakfast like we planned. Who is it?
Megan, it's Wade. Have you seen Mari Lynn?
Coming. Yes, can I help you?
Yes, I'm Gabrielle Medina, Al's mother.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm so silly. Max has told me a lot about you. Come on in, please. I must tell you, your son is the most delightful child. It's been such a pleasure taking care of him. Oh, I'm sorry I forgot to introduce myself. I am Max's housekeeper, Hildy.
Nice to meet you.
Max tells me you've had quite a time of it lately.
Yes, I have. I've had quite an ordeal. Forgive my impatience, but I'd love to chat, but I'm so excited to see my son. Could you get him?
Come on, partner. It'll take a little bit longer to grow into that glove.
Hello, Max.
What are you doing?
Oh, thank goodness you are all right.
Penny, we have a new patient that's being admitted this morning, and I just wanted to make sure all the paperwork was ready. Yeah. I think you should go on the first floor.
Yep. Okay, that's great. Thanks. That's all I need to know. Bye. What are you doing out of the hospital?
Well, I felt fine this morning, so I demanded that they release me.
Dad, Larry said you're supposed to
Larry
stay.
said that I needed one night of supervised rest, which I got. Now I have more important things to do, like have a heart-to-heart with my daughter.
Look, I think that can wait.
No, it can't. It's time for honesty. I came to see you first because there's something you should know about my past with Vicky Buchanan.
Good move, putting the whole company up the waterside end. You'll be able to keep your eye on it.
Yeah, and we're providing the transportation, obviously, from and to the campus, so we've got that covered as well.
Think the stalker will try anything during the shoot?
Well, I'll tell you this, Herb, if he does, we're going to be ready for him, because I want to nail that creep. He nearly killed Audrey.
Don't let this become a personal vendetta, huh?
No, I won't. I just want to make sure nothing happens to Audrey, that's all. And I want to make sure nothing happens to Megan and Mari Lynn, too.
Yeah, that's the one I worry about. Seems to be the catalyst here. In fact, I'm wondering if she should even be going on location.
I tried to explain all the dangers to her, but she wants to stick with it.
Well, just don't let her out of your sight, huh?
Well, that's impossible, Herb. We'll do the best we can. Her problem is she's pretty naive when she's picking her friends. Like Casey, Neil, and this guy Jack. I don't know what his background is.
Yeah, let alone Randy Stone. Now, we haven't seen him around the studio in the last few weeks, but he could be hanging around anywhere.
Yeah, someone we haven't even thought of yet. Whoever it is, I'm wondering if he'll lay low. I mean, maybe be put off by all the activity, huh?
No, with all the distractions of shooting on location, that could be the perfect cover for this guy.
Yeah, well, just be careful out there. There's no telling how far this maniac will go.
Well, don't worry, we'll get him hurt.
Yeah, we better. I got to get back over to the waterside and check on the company.
Yeah, all right, you let me know if anything happens, all right? Rafe and I can be there in a matter of minutes.
Got it. We will.
all right. He's with me, isn't he?
Well, I better get back to my cleaning.
Thank you, Hildy.
So this is how you take care of my son? Leave him with strangers?
Hildy is a wonderful woman, and she's constant, which is more than I can say for that parade of babysitters you subjected Al to. I don't believe this. 3 minutes alone with you, we're arguing already.
I'm sorry too, Max. It's just that I've been so worried about Al.
Yeah, and I've been worried about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been keeping up on those news reports about you being trapped in, what do you call it, Eterna?
Yeah. That was a nightmare, all right. If anybody tells you that hell doesn't exist, well, they're wrong. It does. I've been there.
Well, I tell you how relieved I was when Brenda called last night and said you'd managed to escape without a scratch.
She also tell you how surprised I was when I found out that you'd taken Al?
I didn't take Al. I sent for him when I found out you disappeared. But why shouldn't he be with me? I'm his father.
Oh, I don't know. I just remember a very tearful time in my living room where you told him there was no way you could take him with you because life on the ranch would be too hard on him.
Yeah, well, it hasn't exactly been a picnic around here, but as you can see, with a little hard work, I'm doing all right.
How did I put it on? Well, as I can see looking around, I would say you've done a okay job. But I'm sure you must find it a bit of a burden with a small child running around. It must slow you down.
Look, I'm in no particular rush here. Besides, I love Al. I don't see taking care of him as being a burden.
Still, I know how much you want to finish this place for Steve's sake.
And for Al. I want to build this into something that I can pass on to my son.
That's a lovely thought. And I'm sure that when Al is older, he will appreciate everything that his father has accomplished. That's why I know with all this hard work ahead of you, sweetheart, hold on just a second, you will be very pleased to hear that I'm here to take Al home with me.
Oh, boy, I guess subtlety just doesn't work with you, does it?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about me and Al. And how it's going to be from now on.
I don't really understand why you have to tell me first. I mean, shouldn't Megan be here too?
She'll know soon enough. I thought it would be easier to tell you first. You're less likely to fly off the handle.
Rock of Gibraltar. That's me.
And I thought maybe once you understood, you could help me explain it to Megan.
Look, if it's so complicated, Dad, I think we should wait until you're feeling better.
No, I told you I feel fine.
Well, you look exhausted. You know, I think you ought to go check yourself back into the hospital.
No, this is something I have to get straight with you and Megan once and for all. It's too important to put off any longer.
Well, it can't be more important than your health. Now, Dad, you've suffered a terrible ordeal and you haven't given yourself a chance to recuperate. I think you should wait until you have your strength back before you tell us. You know, whatever it is you have to tell us.
What's going on here? Now, why don't you want to hear what I have to say?
I just think that we should wait until you're feeling better.
You know something, don't you?
No. Yes. I wanted to talk to you about it yesterday, but I just decided that it wasn't the best time to start pushing you for answers, and I figured that you'd come to me when you were ready to tell me the truth.
Well, I must say you're taking this rather calmly.
I'm the steady, reliable one, remember?
You're also not very good at hiding your feelings. You're dying to know what I have to say, aren't you?
Actually, I'm more concerned about your health.
Come on, Sarah. It's time to play show and tell with your old man. If you know something, I want to know what it is.
Okay. This is something that I've suspected for some time now. Ever since you told me that you knew Vicky in your past. And I'm even more convinced now.
About what?
I'm Vicky's daughter, aren't I? Yours and Vicky's. I can see by the look on your face that I'm right.
How did you come to that conclusion?
Well, it's the only thing that makes sense.
Carrie is your mother. Vicky's daughter is Megan.
Is Mari Lynn in there, Megan?
No, I haven't seen her all morning, Wade.
Well, Well, could I come in anyway? I kind of need to talk to you.
I would love to talk right now, Wade, but I can't. I mean, I'm sorry I haven't even thanked you for saving my father in Eterna. You caught me at a really bad time. I just stepped out of the shower.
Oh, well, if you see Mari Lynn, would you please tell her I'm looking for her? It's important.
Sure.
I appreciate it. I really need to talk to her. Please tell her it's important.
Okay, I'll tell her if I see her.
Okay, well, good luck on the shoot, okay?
Thank you. And I'll tell Mari Lynn that you came by if I see her.
Great. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks for covering for me.
Never mind about covering. How could you do that, Mari Lynn? Couldn't you tell that he was upset?
He was upset because he couldn't hand me another round of excuses. I can hear him right now. I just wanted to make sure Christine was okay, Mari Lynn. She's just a friend, Mari Lynn, really.
Well, maybe she is.
Oh, right. And Wade is a big believer in saving water by taking a shower with a friend. Let's go get some breakfast.
No, listen. You don't know that anything was going on in there when you walked in on them.
Come on, Megan. Christine's hair was wet. She was in her bathrobe, and Wade had a very guilty look on his face. What do you think was going on?
I'm going to plead the fifth on that one.
And that's exactly what Wade would have done if I had let him in here. And that's why I had you send him away. I am not in the mood for another one of his tap dance routines. You don't think I'm doing the right thing, do you?
Frankly, no, Mari Lynn. I think it was a terrible mistake to avoid him like that. If you keep sidestepping Wade, you're going to be throwing your marriage out the window.
Oh, sweetheart. All right, Max, what exactly are you saying?
There you go.
Just that since I've had Al here all to myself, I've been questioning my priorities.
How can you say that you've had him all to yourself when it's quite obvious he spends most of his day with your housekeeper while you're out on the run?
Just because I have work to do does not mean I ignore my child, unlike some other people I could mention.
No. No, I'm not going to let you get me into an argument, because I have been through the most unbelievable time of it, and the one thing that is important to me in this world right now is my son. To have his affection and his love. So if you don't mind, tell your housekeeper to get his belongings together and we will leave.
Excuse me, I have to walk just through here.
Hildy, would you please take Al into another room?
Of course. Come on, little fella.
Oh, and Hildy, would you mind putting his things together? He'll be leaving with me. How dare you do that?
Do what?
Overrule my orders.
You're in my house now. You don't give orders to anyone. You got that?
I am taking my son home.
Oh, I don't believe this. I've tried subtlety. I've tried to be easy with you. I guess there's only one way to get through to you, huh? Let's come right out and say it. Al's staying right here with me. He's not going anywhere.
I suppose you've heard.
What?
Gabrielle Holden left town.
How did you find out?
Never mind how I found out. The question is, what are you going to do about it, Herb? And what are you going to do about Michael Grant? Sit here twiddling your thumbs while he slips through your fingers?
Look, the police tried to question him yesterday. He refused to give any answers until everyone who was trapped in Eterna comes forward with his statement.
He's stalling. Can't you see that?
Of course I can.
Well, then nail him, damn it, before he leaves town, too.
How can I without the facts? Vicky refuses to give me the facts.
Vicky is at home with her family. That's important to her right now. Now, after all she's been through, you don't expect her to just waltz down here and start answering a bunch of damn fool questions.
Well, the answers to those damn fool questions are what we need to arrest Michael Grant.
Arrest him anyway.
On what grounds?
Kidnapping, fraud, assault. Is that enough?
It doesn't work that way.
You're the DA. Make it work.
I have no evidence, Clint. Now, I'm sorry. We can't have it both ways. Until Vicky talks, our hands are tied.
You don't think I'm doing the right thing by avoiding Wade, do you? Well, Megan, you don't have to listen to all of his lies and his excuses.
Your marriage is the most important thing to you right now.
Yeah?
All right, then damn it, you have to fight for it, Mari Lynn. That makes sense. You've got to let Wade know that you're not going to throw the towel in on your marriage.
But why does it always have to be me? Why can't Wade work just as hard? He was just at that door, knocking, asking for you, wasn't he? Yes, he was, and probably with another handy-dandy, all-purpose excuse ready to lay on me.
You don't know that.
I have learned, Megan, and I am just not going to be a fool anymore.
It is not foolish to want to save your marriage, Mari Lynn.
Well, it takes two to make a marriage work. And the way I see it, there are one too many players in this game, and her name is Christine Cromwell.
So what? You're going to allow Christine to win by default?
I'm tired of fighting her. And I'm tired of always having to be the one to apologize. And I'm really tired of Wade promising to spend more time with me. And then he runs off to Christine every time she has a problem.
Okay, well, listen, her problems are over now.
Oh, believe me, she will think up some more.
You can't just walk away from this, Mari Lynn.
I have had it, Megan. And I am not going to set myself up for another kick in the teeth. And that's all there is to it.
Who is it?
It's Neil.
Okay. Neil, hi.
Hey,
Come in.
hi. You weren't in your room, and I thought you might be here. Morning, Megan.
Neil.
Oh, look, I was wondering if I could take you on, like, a quick tour of the campus.
Hey, you know what? A little nostalgic sightseeing might be just what I need to lift my spirits.
Oh, great. You ready to go now?
Sure.
Good.
I'll see you later, Megan, okay?
Okay, have fun.
Thanks. We will.
Bye.
Bye.
Architecture. I mean, look at all the little things like this.
You're right.
And the gargoyles.
Such a beautiful campus. I love the way everything is so gothic. I mean, it's like we've been swept back to another time or something. But you know what this place could really use a couple of knights in shining armor and maybe a helpless maiden or two.
You know, I never realized you were such a history buff.
I'm not. I'm a romance buff. How about you?
Actually, being here kind of reminds me of my wilder days back in college.
Oh, yeah, you were a wildling too, huh?
No, I wasn't an easy rider, but I had my moments. I still do.
I bet.
We should probably go find Fraternity Road, don't you think?
Sigma Pi Omega. Isn't it the house Bo's using for the interior shots of Fraternity Row?
Yeah, I think it is. Why don't we go in and check it out?
Sure. I think the storyline for this remote is pretty exciting. You know, I really hope that Bo isn't still mad at me for refusing to play the Carnival Queen.
How could he be mad at you? I mean, you're almost strangled.
Well, that's why I like the fact that you came along on this remote, you know. I only play the detective. It's nice to have the real thing around.
Your audacity is only exceeded by your inflated ego, Max, if you think for 1 minute I'm going
I
to leave
think
him.
you don't have much say in the matter. This is where Al is.
This is where he's going to stay.
And what about our custody agreement?
What agreement? I don't remember signing anything.
I held up my end of the bargain. I let you see him whenever you wanted to.
Oh, yeah, whenever it didn't conflict with your schedule or provided I call first.
That was the agreement.
Yeah, well, things change, don't they? Al's going to stay right here where he's supposed to be with his father.
Father who skipped town and just abandoned...
I did not abandon him.
I just thought it was the best thing for him at the time not to come with me.
Well, you know, Max, things haven't changed that much. Because this place is a far cry from the type of home that Al needs.
I am working on it.
Fine. Well, when you finish it in 10 or 20 years, I'd be more than happy to continue this conversation. But for the time being, Al belongs with me.
Al belongs with an adult, responsible parent.
What the hell do you mean by that?
It means that I'm not just doing this for my benefit, I'm doing it for Al's, too. As far as I'm concerned, you're not fit to be any child's mother, let alone my son's. Ooh. Claws in, Gabrielle.
How dare you call me unfit? You're the one who skipped town
town. You left him behind, not me.
You were the one who was so obsessed with gold that you tied in with Michael Grant in a conspiracy against Vicky. Oh, didn't think I'd know about that, did you? I got news for you, Gabrielle. Texas ain't that far from Pennsylvania. And I hear what's going on in Landview.
Who told you that ridiculous story?
Tina. I phoned her last night. She told me the whole story, every gory detail.
Tina, now, I should have guessed.
Now, I think you should thank me for doing you a favor by keeping out.
Now, how did you get to that conclusion?
Well, the way I see it, you're going to be in jail before you know it. And I don't want you worrying about who's going to take care of your son when you're rotting behind bars.
You irritating little slug of a man. You think you've got it all worked out, don't you? Well, I've got some news for you. I don't intend to go anywhere near prison. And I was used just like the rest of them by Michael Grant. And when the authorities find that out, I will be free to come and go as I please. Like right now, I'm going back to Landview, and I'm taking my son with me.
Over my dead...
Go, you
If this is your...
Let me go! I'll scream so loud the police will come running. We'll see who's gonna end up behind bars.
Go ahead. Yell your damn fool head off. Closest neighbor's 20 miles away. The only thing you're going to do is upset Al. Are you sure you want to do that?
Why are you doing this to me? Why are you taking Al away from me along with everything else?
Oh, dry up, Gabrielle. I'm doing what's best for you and for Al.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't make me laugh. You never cared what happened to me.
Oh, I care enough to know you got some major league legal problems ahead of you. So why don't you go back to Landview and straighten everything out? And then when you show everyone that you're as innocent as you say you are, fine. You can come back here for an occasional visit. But there's no way I'm allowing my son to live with a woman so greedy, so selfish and obsessed.
I should never have trusted you with that custody agreement. I guess it's true what they say. One can learn from one's mistakes, and thank heavens mistakes can be fixed.
Where do you think you're going?
To get the necessary legal papers to remove my son from this house. It's probably fair that I warn you, Max. This time around, I'm not going to be so lenient with the visitation rights. Once I get my hands on Al, and he's home where he belongs, I will see to it that you never set eyes on him again.
Now you know the whole complicated story of Roger Gordon and Victoria Lord.
God. Dad, this is much more than a story of two young lovers and their child that was born out of wedlock. This is a tragedy. You loved her very much.
Yes.
How could you bear being torn away from her? I mean, knowing that you and your child were going to be erased from her memory forever.
No words can't describe the way I felt. All I could do was make my bargain with the devil and get on with my life the best I knew how. Well, all that's in the past. And the truth is out now, and we have to learn to deal with it, and I must say, you're dealing with it very well.
Actually, I'm feeling embarrassed about this situation.
What?
I guess I was just kind of flattering myself, thinking, you know, that I could be Vicky's daughter. I mean, not that I don't love Mom. I do. It's just that I would have happily accepted the news.
And you don't think Megan will?
Well, we have discussed it.
And?
She refused to accept the notion that either of us could possibly be Vicky's daughter.
Oh, boy. This is going to hit her hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I'd say like a ton of bricks, except I think that would be an understatement.
Well, you at least understand I can count on your help.
Sure. Why not?
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Come on, Sarah. You've always been able to talk to me.
Well, I guess this just explains a lot, doesn't it, Dad?
About what?
Megan was the product of your first love. It just explains to me why you always paid more attention to her than you did to me.
I don't think that's true. I certainly hope it's not.
Well, I guess I just understand why I never felt entirely loved by you.
Who's there?
Producer. Oh, what, Megan?
Oh.
What do you do? You just throw the door open just like that? For anybody? I could have been Randy Stone.
You said my favorite producer. Randy Stone is not my favorite anything.
Well, so I can take you on a tour of the locations we're going to use.
Oh, wait. Let me just get my coat.
Hey, how come you didn't take that limousine that I sent over for you?
Oh, well, Mari Lynn was kind of upset about Wade, and I just wanted to spend some time with her, you know, calm her down.
Oh, well, where is she?
She went over to the campus with Neil.
Oh, that's fine. God.
Why? What's the matter?
I don't want her wandering around the campus all by herself.
Well, she's not. She's with Neil. Don't worry, I'm sure she will be fine. Besides, it is a beautiful day. We're going to have an exciting shoot, and my father is alive and well. I should say things are going very well these days.
Yeah, well, my day will be made when we catch whoever is terrorizing the show.
I am sure that he's given up by now. He knows he's never going to get through you and John. So, why don't we think some positive thoughts and go and check out the sights?
All right. Oh, I heard your dad was out of the hospital. We can swing by and see him now, too, if you...
No, I can see him when I get back tonight. Right now, I just want to concentrate on my work, relive my college experience, and give a Emmy Award-winning performance.
You haven't said a word since we left the hotel. And I'm all excited about showing you my alma mater. Still thinking about Wade, aren't you?
Yeah,
Why?
can't help it. I miss him.
Even after the way he's treated you?
I still love him, Neil.
Mari Lynn, he's running around with another woman. He asked you for a divorce.
He's never said that to my face.
No, he just took the coward's way out, and he wrote it to you in a letter. If you ask me, you're...
Neil, please. I appreciate your concern, but talking about it only makes it worse.
Well, I'm sorry. Subject's closed.
Thank you.
But you see, everything's going to work out for the best. Before you know it, Wade is going to be nothing more than a bad memory.
Not until I can forget the good ones.
You know what I do whenever I've got a lot on my mind?
What?
Well, I go to the top of that tower. The view is, it's just incredible. And at night when the sky is clear, you can see every star. It's like any problem that you have, it just becomes so small compared to the vastness of the night sky.
Well, I haven't gone stargazing in ages.
Well, I sort of thought that was the case. That's why I brought you here. I thought that we could spend an hour or so getting closer. I mean, getting you in a better mood. Come on. I know a secret stairway. I hardly ever see anybody use this place anymore. So, it'll be our secret, okay?
Look, Neil, this was very sweet of you, but I should get back to my room and go to my lab. Maybe some other time, okay?
Yeah, sure. Look, I know. Why don't I come back with you to the hotel, and I can help you study your lines? Would that be okay?
Yeah, sure. I could use the help.
Oh, great, great. Let's go then.
Clint, come on. Calm down and help me out here.
How?
By telling me why Vicky isn't coming forward with a statement.
I already told you, Herb. She's got important things on her mind, like spending some time with her family.
Why isn't she jumping at the chance to put Michael Graham behind bars?
Damn it! You're the one who should put Michael Graham behind bars.
I can't do that until Vicky gives me a formal statement.
What are you gonna do? Herb, just let him walk around free after what he's done to her?
All right, what has he done?
He got Leo to pretend that Christine was her daughter. He abducted her up on Lantano Mountain. He had one of his goons assault her in a hospital. And he trapped her down in Eterna. Now, what do you need?
It's all hearsay. I need proof.
Okay. Fine, Herb. You sit here in your cushy little office, and you just wait for the paperwork to come in, all right? I'll handle Michael Grand myself.
Wait a minute. Hey! You stop talking like you're back in the Old West. You can't just round up a posse and lynch Michael Grant.
I can't? Shouldn't, maybe. Don't tell me I can't, Herb.
Clint, you hear what you're saying? Listen to yourself.
You know what's happening here, don't you? We're butting heads, and neither one of us is the enemy.
Yeah. Well, butting heads seems to be the only way I can get through that thick skull of yours.
Well, sometimes I've been known to be a little stubborn. I know that. But I'm so damn concerned about Vicky.
Yeah, I know that. That's all the more reason to get her in here and make a statement.
All right. As soon as she settles in and she takes care of a couple personal problems, I'll make sure she brings charges against Michael Grant.
That's all I need.
I'm intent on one thing, Herb. I want him to get what he deserves. A nice, long jail sentence.
I'm sorry you feel that way. Truth is, I never loved you less than your sister.
Half sister. Daddy, I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. I appreciate your honesty. I think.
You know, there's something I don't understand. How did you get Mom to go along with your secret?
Your mother was practically a saint about the whole thing. We married, and she called my baby her own. I'll always be grateful to Gary for sharing her love equally between you two.
I'm not sure Megan would agree with that. She always felt that Mom favored me over her.
Whoever said the truth will set you free? Oh, I don't know. This is the first time in my life I've ever felt confronted with a situation I have absolutely no idea how to handle.
This is rough on you. I'm sorry about what I said before.
Well, don't be. I know I haven't always been the best father to you.
You did the best that you could. And I love you for it.
Even now that you know the truth?
More so.
We're going to be doing a lot of interior scenes in here. This is fraternity house.
Hey, Bo, I'm glad you're here. Come here.
What's the matter? What's the matter?
This whole setup is screwed up. The ceilings aren't high enough, and we got a floor that's sloping southward.
Oh, I need to talk to you.
Just take a number, Audrey, okay?
I thought you had somebody scout this.
I had
this thing scouted. What?
Excuse me for interrupting, but I'm one of the fraternity brothers, Lucifer Wilson. I'd just like to take this opportunity to welcome you and the cast and crew of Fraternity Row to our campus.
Well, thank you, Lucifer.
And if there's anything that we can do, my fraternity brothers and I would be more than happy to lend a hand.
Well, that's terrific. That's terrific. And your brother's in a union?
Bo, I got it.
Well, I don't know about you, but it's a little chaotic in here for me. I'm gonna go for a walk.
John.
Oh, hi, sweetheart. How you doing? How'd you like our little tour of the campus this morning?
Oh, I loved it. But, you know, it made me really wish I'd been able to go to college. I think I would have enjoyed the experience.
Yeah, higher education and all that, huh?
No, joining a fraternity. That would have been at the top of my syllabus.
No. Syllabus? It's sorority, not fraternity.
No, I know what I said. Well, why would I want to play around with a bunch of girls?
Neil, hey. What the hell are you doing with Mari Lynn?
Well, I was just taking her, showing her the campus.
We were on my way back to our room, and we were just going to go over some lines, and we just wanted to see the setup first.
You're an intern on this show. You're not a personal tour guide.
Hey, I just wanted to make sure she wasn't out there on her own, that's all.
Well, I'll worry about Mari Lynn. You worry about your job here. Now go find the director and see if maybe you can do something to help us out around here.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what'd I tell you about that mouth of yours, huh?
Bo, please.
Mari Lynn, I don't want you just wandering around here by yourself.
Calm down, I'll be fine.
Yeah, well, and I don't want you going back to your room without me knowing about it or without John giving you an okay. All right? You stay right here with everybody else, right here.
Okay, all right. Whatever you say.
Get off your butt and get to work, Neil. Hey, have you seen Megan?
You know, things really haven't changed that much. Guys are still on the quad throwing around footballs and flying saucers.
So does this bring back memories?
Yeah, it does. Of cracking books until 4 in the morning.
You studied? I thought you were a party animal.
Well, I was most of the time, but maybe once a semester I'd have to get serious. How about you? Bet you were a head cheerleader.
Me, no way. No, I dropped out after freshman year. Headed to the big city to become a star. The rest, as they say, is history.
So, Megan, would you do it any differently if you had it to do all over again?
No, I never look back. Here and now, that's all that counts.
Well, that's a good philosophy.
It got me through that nightmare on the mountain. As long as I believed my father was alive, I knew he'd get through it. And he did.
And the Gordons lived happily ever after.
Hey, stick with me, kid. Some of my luck is bound to rub off.
That's good, because I don't mind telling you, I'm a little bit nervous about this whole remote.
Oh, don't worry about it. You'll do fine. Besides, I've been on location more times than I care to remember. If you have any questions, you run into problems, ask the old crow.
Well, thank you, Megan.
You know, partner, I promised you that I wasn't going to leave you forever, and I was good to my word a lot sooner than I expected. And I'm real glad I did. But it's time for me to make another promise to you. Nobody is going to come between us. Nothing is going to break us up. You got that? From here on out, you and I, we are a team. Ah!
Oh, you'll live to regret this, Max. Because I swear I'm going to do whatever it takes to get my son back.
Well, I guess now I have to go tell the truth to Megan. Wish me luck.
Oh, wait, Dad, I don't think that this is the best time to talk to her.
Why not?
Well, it's the first day of her location shoot, and I just think she has a very busy schedule.
You know, I've been carrying this long enough. I don't want to keep this secret any longer.
No, I know, but it's just that, you know, she has a lot of things on her mind. It might be better to talk to her when she's not all wrapped up.
Yes, but what's the sense of waiting any longer? I just want to get this off my chest.
Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe you should just tell her, get it over with. Look, I'm going to go over to the university and...
Landview University?
Yeah, that's where they're doing the location shoot. I'm going to talk to Bo and see if he can rearrange her schedule. That way you'll have some more time to talk to her. So anyway, I'll call you when I know what's going on. Where can I reach you?
Well, could I just, why don't I just stay right here?
Fine, sure. Make yourself at home. Use the phone if you want. Whatever.
Thanks, Sarah.
Daddy? Would you like me to be there when you talk to Megan?
I'd love it. But this is my lie. And I should be the one to bear the brunt of her reaction alone.
I'll call you.
Get the thing done.
Lose the table.
Yeah,
Over
let's
here.
go. I'm at my butt barbecue butt bowl unless we get this done now.
Well, we're getting it done, sir.
Marilyn, I've been looking all over for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Didn't Megan tell you I was over at the waterside earlier looking for you?
I haven't had a chance to talk to Megan.
Come on, honey, I need to talk to you. Just come
Yeah,
on.
well, you know, maybe she doesn't want to talk to you right now, okay?
Excuse me. This is between me and my wife, Neil, so butt out.
Now, why is it that she's always your wife when you need something from her, but as soon as Christine comes into the picture...
Neil, please. I can handle it.
Did you hear that? Bye. You know, you just don't feel like yourself, Wade, do you, unless you're pushing somebody around, threatening somebody.
I'm gonna push your face right through the wall if you don't stop sticking your nose in my business.
Wait,
See what happens.
Stop!
Come on.
Stop!
Wait a minute, what's going on here? What's the problem, Wade? This guy keeps getting in my way with my wife, and he better stop it.
No, you're the one who can't take the hint, Wade.
Neil, look, I can handle it, all right? Wait, we can talk over here. Come on.
So how old is this place anyway?
Oh, about 70 years old. The college was founded by Randolph Lord. That's Vicky's great-grandfather.
The Lords are all over the place, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. As a matter of fact, there's one right in the middle of a very romantic shot that I wanted to get through here.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, come on over here. Here he is right here. The great Randolph Lord.
Well, I think he's kind of cute, though. Now, you know, the first rule of location shooting is to use whatever you have on hand to your best advantage. For instance, this plaque here, I've heard it has a time-honored tradition attached to it.
And what would that be?
Every newcomer to the campus has to kiss Randolph Lord.
Oh, come on. I never heard that before.
Well, now you know. Come on. Plant one, all the old boy.
Get out of here, Megan. Come on. My lips would stick to this bronze in this weather.
Oh, Bo. You're a newcomer. Come on. Where's that old college spirit?
I don't know. You got it, you got it.